Let's do a quick little talk here about Collaborate. So I've got Collaborate activated for my students, and you can create a hyperlink at any time by going into the instructor view and clicking on a plus tab that is right at the top of this side menu and making a link for Collaborate. So that makes it nice and easy for students to find it. And if you click into it, it's pretty easy for them to join the course room. So I'm going to join this as a student. Now, as a student, you're greeted with this screen here, and you can click into the double purple arrows on the bottom right. You can chat with people, you can click into this attendee view, you can, depending on your teacher's preferences, allow you to share screens and applications and such. One thing to notice, and this is again just in the Collaborate option for the instructor view, is that you have a lot of good options here, and one of the most useful ones that I've been using has been this idea of guest access. So I've got it currently set where anybody who uses this link enters in as a moderator. And so I've been not only sharing this with a couple of other instructors who want to view how my class is being operated, but I've actually just been kind of taking this link, copying it, and then going into a new tab here, pasting it, and I can actually enter in to the Collaborate menu on two different tabs, which is going to be really useful if you've got breakout groups, which is something that I do on a daily basis, and I'll show you how that works. Excellent. So now I'm in as an instructor through that main link, and what you can see is that I'm looking at two other users who have joined. One of them is the Kevin Chirac one. Listed there is the other moderator account that I'm currently having in this tab over here, as well as this preview user is the one that I entered in as a student. So you can actually access this a couple of different ways if you're creative. But one thing that I do on a daily basis is I'll come over here to share content, and I will create breakout groups. And so what I'll do is I will allow my attendees to switch between the breakout groups, and I will title these based on the things that I would like my students to be working on. So I'll create one for reflection. I will come down here and I will make one for lecture. I will make another one for online homework, and I will make a last one for the written homework. I can have these all preset before students arrive, and I don't have to make them go live until I so choose. But what happens is students will all join in, we'll all be in one common main room, as you can see here, and I'll be able to kind of catch them up with any announcements and fill them in on anything that I'd like them to be focusing on for the day. But then when I choose, I can click this start, and I can make our breakout groups go live. And what I ask students to do is to enter into the breakout group that represents what they would like to be working on that day. So if they would like to be working on their reflection assignments, then they're going to choose to click into the reflection group. And from there, they will be able to mute or lower their volume and just separate off into another tab and begin working on that assignment. And when they finish with it, they can move on into the lecture or possibly the online homework. This has been really nice because it's taken a class of about 30 and made it much more manageable. One example is that the lecture group tends to be quiet, but the online homework group is a really nice chance for students to screen share the assignments they're looking at and for others to comment on their homework. And many times one student will throw up his homework and everybody else will simply speak to the answers that they think are appropriate. And that really helps them to practice their language. So you get to continue to bounce around through at any time. When I get to the end of class, if there's only 4 or 5 that choose to stay over for office hours, I will just end the breakout groups and pull them all together. And if I ever feel like I need to be in more than one group at a time, I'll just simply switch over to the other moderator tab, and I will enter one breakout group with the first moderator tab, and I will enter another breakout group with the other. All right, so that's a little bit of insight into the Blackboard Collaborate space that I've been operating. You get to see it live a little bit later. Hope that helped out a little bit and gives you some inspiration for how to run an online classroom framework.